I'm going to discuss about the import map functionality which has been introduced in the Rails 7. So just save everything. So I have one Rails 7 applications already installed in my local machine. So let me just check what it is giving. So this is local. This is the default page they have introduced in the Rails 7. So earlier it was something different. So here it is mentioned like Rails 7 version what I am using. For my application I'm using the RVM. So I'm using the version 303 and the Rails 7. Okay. So for using the import map functionality in Rails, we have to install the import map Rails gem. But let me just go to the documentation of that. Import map gem, right? Yeah, this is the one I'm looking for. I'm not familiar with all this stuff, so we have to add this import map Rails gem into our gem file, but I think in the Rails 7 it is by default. Let me check the code base. Yeah, this is there. Okay, import map Rails is there, so we can. So one step we are ahead. This is there. Then we need to do bundle install. Let it bundle, which is already bundled in my case because this is coming with Rails 7, and then we have to do this import map installation. So just go whatever they have prescribed in their README. So before import map there was okay. So before import map there were webpacker. So what is webpacker? Webpacker actually helps you to write your front end code in a way that is convenient for the developers, and then they actually help us to package that code in a way that is convenient for the browser. So whatever you are writing, they're transpiling that code into a browser friendly code, and you can manage JavaScript, CSS, and the static assets like the images, fonts, right? And before that webpacker there were SP rockets, which was very simple to use, but most of the features are overlapping between the SP rockets and the webpacker. And both tools actually compile the JavaScript in a browser friendly files. They are minifying the JavaScripts in the production or the staging environment, so that the file size can be minimized, and also they are maintaining some fingerprinting in the production level, right, and not in development level. So all this functionality was there before this import map Rails introduced in the Rails. Nowadays most of the browsers are supporting this ESM or like ES6 JavaScript, so we don't need to transpile every time all the JavaScripts, so that browser can read. So most of the browsers like Edge, Chrome, Mozilla, they are supporting this, right? So that's why they have in Rails 7 they have thought about this import map Rails. So I have already installed that one, right? So to import, I think the command was something jQuery. No. Oh, sorry, this was okay, so this command is not working. Let me check the documentation once. So this is the installation, how the import map works. So this is the absolute path, relative path. I think this will be no, not this one. So this is the import map.rb under the config. So there it will be mentioned. Okay, let me try another command like bin/import map. Bin/import map. Tabular from jQuery. Oops. Could not find the dollar. Oops. Yeah, now I got what I'm missing. So I have to just mention something like this. I need to mention this comment. Yeah, so this jQuery got pinning. Let me check the importmap.rb. Interruptions. So let me check the importmap.rb file. Yeah, it's showing over here. So I think there is one comment called unpin. So this is removing the jQuery again. Okay, that is fine. So let me add some controller so that I don't have any models actually, so maybe I can add some models. Let me add the scaffold, that will be faster. Or base. Okay, cool. Let me do another thing, or else the scaffold movies. So I have added the scaffolding with two things, name and description. So let's run the migration. Let me check if the migration got created. So employees, no, I can't see anything. Sorry, movies, right? Oops. Yes, so it has been created. Let's put it as null false. Okay, run the migration. Okay, and go to the routes, use index employees. Okay, let me start the server. Additional employees controller, so maybe I made a mistake or what. So I have added movies and I'm still looking for the employees. Yeah, so new movie, maybe custom. Copy from IMDb. Pursuit, happiness. Let me just okay. Let's go to over here, paste this one. Pursuit of happiness. The movie has been created. Back to movies, create another movie. Let me just copy this part. Description, okay. Castaway. Yeah, so we have now two records, so the scaffolding is working fine. Since I have put some validations like now false, so go to this one, add some validates. Presence of name. Okay, just check if it's working. Okay, now I'm going to add some JavaScript into my application. So let me add pin this. I can use the froala-editor, right? Forget the so this is the thing, there is a hyphen, right? So could not find this thing. Yeah, so it should be here. Yes. And now we can add something for the froala-editor, like this is the thing, right? So what they're doing, application.js. Here I think we have to mention something like import froala-editor from editor. Okay, so let me just check. See, this is over here, this froala-editor is there. This is the CSS, this is the JS, it has been added. So now what I can do is I want to make this description editor with some text, like for all the text here. So I can go to this one. So here I can add something like, so let me check the froala-editor code once. There will be something like, this is require new froala-editor. Okay, bingo. So it's coming like this. Okay, it's fine. So I can put some less option over here. Let me check if it's working. 2 buttons. For the 2 buttons. Oops, it's working. So I'll add some things like italic, underscore, underline, right? Yeah, so the pursuit of happiness, bold, 2006, make it italics, and let's check. Yeah, so this is the thing. I can go to the controllers, not the controllers, and there needs to be some modifications in the view file. So let's make it this form, this is movie, this is the thing. So I can add some like HTML safe. Yeah, so it's working. So back to movies. This is not a required field, so it can be null, but here it's so this movie, edit this one. This is my top favorite actor, one of my top favorite actor. Update movie, back to movie, so it's working fine. So this is the way you can add the JavaScript in your application using the import map. Also, if you want, you can download the things. So right now I have the internet connections, right? So if you check the source code of this, so you can see there is one. This is the froala-editor, right? And it is using this JSPM link. This is the JSPM link it is using, so it is downloading the browser is downloading the JavaScript from the browser. So if I just disconnect my internet connection, so in that case I guess it will not work. So let me just go to that section, edit this movie. That's still working, I'm not sure. Where else says? Let me check with the private window. Almost 3000. Show this movie, edit this movie. Yeah, so it was coming from cache. So right now, see, the editor is gone because I'm not using this internet connection. So let me just add that internet connection once again. Yeah, it is back. Sorry. Let me restart the server. I'm not sure whether I should restart the server or not. Oh, yeah, it's working. Okay, so it's back again. So this, you need the internet connection for using this JSPM URL. So to avoid that, you can download your JavaScript into your vendor files as well. So you can do something like So it was being put right. Suppose I'm downloading the jQuery and I'm downloading so that I can make it use in the offline. So it is getting downloaded under, so this is getting downloaded from this JSPM URL, but it's getting downloaded. I think it will be downloaded under the vendor folder. Vendor. Where is the vendor? Vendor. Yeah, this is the vendor. So there is a JavaScript folder. Yeah, the jQuery.js is there. Yeah, so something like that we can use. We can unpin again. I'm not sure whether it will be gone or not. Yeah, so you can see that the jQuery file is gone. So in this way, you can use the things, the import map threads. Yeah, so for offline, you have to download the JavaScript into the vendor files, and you also have to add that into your GitHub account so that the same thing can be deployed into the servers, because the JavaScript is needed, right? You're not using it from the internet, using the internet connection. So I think import map Rails is much easier than the Webpacker. Webpacker was also a good tool, but it was complex. So if I compare these two tools, so still now this import map Rails is much easier to handle if you can remember these comments. But I'm not sure whether when the complexity of the application will grow, how to do that. So this is a very basic presentation. Okay, that is all for today, I guess.